Show who you are. Good riddance. Is you kidding? Bid the forbidden. As it was written, you overbidding. With the heathens, karma is a bitch, so how you living? Pray for my enemies, unforgiving. Cast the pearls on hog moms and chitlin'. If it's too hot, get your ass out the kitchen. Finger licking good, good looking. Stewing in the stew, I'm cooking. You psyched out, paranoid and shookin'. Shook the table, babes, I'm booking. Get prepared for this ass whooping. Listen to the words being spoken. You were talking, I'm awake and woken. While I'm spitting this, got your spit, got choking. Era of a glimpse in my world, I shut open. Parallel in my mind, I'm chosen. Reverse the time, heart frozen. Antarctica, cold as ice. Casting lots, rolling dice. Mean as nails, I'm nothing nice. They persecuted me like they rejected Christ. Alright. Y'all. Why was that the wrong intro?
I don't know.
The right one, but the wrong one. How about that? Because that's my mouth off with Mika intro, not the shoot the shit intro. Anyways, how y'all doing tonight? I got Paul G on the line. I got Goddess Honest on the line. And I got the legendary T. Lachey on the line. How are you guys tonight?
Doing good, thank you.
I'm sorry, am I loud? I had a couple of shots. Am I too loud?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
You good.
So I do want to touch on a couple of things tonight about relationship etiquette. You know what I'm saying? You can pose a question or answer a question. Is there such thing as relationship etiquette, first of all? Do y'all think there is?
I'm sorry, I kind of missed that.
What up?
Paul got a little air going back there, some wind blowing.
Do you think that there's a such thing as relationship etiquette?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
Paul? Okay. So I did want to touch on a couple of things about relationship etiquette. I also wanted to talk about Young Jock, and then I wanted to move on to other more deeper conversations, and we could just let it flow because this is shooting the shit. So I'm waiting for my brother Melanin God to show up. Let me see. Let me just check that. But I have a question. And this is about relationship etiquette, right? See, I'm gonna have to ask. I'm gonna wait for this question because I need another man's perspective on this one. But I'm gonna ask the ladies, right? How would you feel if you were out in and you're in like a place where you don't know nobody, right? And it's not the hostess of the party or whatever, or the gathering or the event, but it's just some random woman makes your man a plate.
That's a no-go.
First of all, it would have to be something more, or you talking about like how women are bold enough to just make a plate and walk it over to a man?
She don't necessarily have to walk it over. It's I mean, she can make it while they at the buffet, like, oh, let me do this for you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
How would you feel?
Okay, and well, if I seen it personally, I know how to be respectful, but I would respectfully walk over and remove it from his hand once he got it, and keep it quiet. I don't have to say anything to her.
Mm-hmm.
But that lets him
Absolutely, I
know
agree.
where I stand.
I agree. I would politely interrupt her in motion and make my man his plate. You know, I don't believe in that. So respectfully, I'd be like, "Oh, I got it, baby. Don't worry about it. Thank you."
Or I can wait to see what he does. See if he checks her. And if he accepts it, then that's when I can walk over and remove it.
Okay, so what you think about that, Paul? What you think? What would you do if another woman made you a plate and your woman is there?
Um, I'm getting ready to step out because I walked to the store. I'm sorry, y'all.
We can,
I do wanna address that, but give me a minute to get back to the house because it's gonna be windy when I walk out.
okay, we'll come back to you because I got another question. Because I have scenarios, right? Okay. Say you're going inside, you're going somewhere where your man has to open the door. This happened to me one day, right?
Hmm.
Me and my ex, we were walking somewhere. We had to deliver something, so we had to go into like one of them Amazon lockers
Hmm.
at a college. So we had to go inside the college, and where the Amazon locker was, it was at like where they eat at and all this stuff, like the cafeteria, right?
Hmm.
So we're walking up together and he opens the door for me, right?
Hmm.
And this YT person,
Hmm.
she decides to walk while he's opening the door for me. She decides to walk in front of me.
Hmm.
What would you do in that situation?
Well, it does. That one doesn't seem. Is this still on relationship etiquette or just a different scenario?
It's the same, both.
Okay, because that one didn't appear relationship etiquette. It was like she just kind of, he's doing his job for you. She
Mm,
just took advantage of the door being open and ran in front of you or moved smoothly in front of you. So to
mm,
me, that would be your issue to handle based on how you felt.
How would you handle it?
Me,
Mm,
honestly, it could be let go if it really doesn't. Because see, to me, he opened the door for me. I would just look at her as like, maybe you silly little person, whatever. That doesn't really seem like a big deal to me because she snuck her way in.
mm,
You know what I mean? It wasn't like she wanted him per se to hold it open after going after you. She snuck in front of you and slid in. So it's like, okay, whatever.
mm,
That's not really a big deal. Not for me.
Yeah, for me, I wouldn't say anything. I probably would laugh in the inside, but I just
Hmm.
carry on. I wouldn't even acknowledge that.
mm. I'm different. I said something. All I said was that was rude.
Hmm.
And
I
then she
mean, she knew that she was being rude. She knew what was going on there. You know what I mean? She knew exactly what she was doing, but it's not up. It's up to me whether to respond to that or not. But I just choose not to respond to that type of silliness. She knew what she was doing, but it wouldn't have moved me none. I wouldn't have said
Yeah.
nothing for what? She already walked through the door that she knew that was intentionally held open for me.
hmm
Hmm.
and she
Some
said
people look
something
for
slight.
attention and they'll take any kind of attention. Some is better
Right.
than
And I'm
none.
not giving you any I'm not giving you any energy. That did not warrant
Hmm.
any of my energy.
Yeah, so she said some slick shit back. And I said, you know what? I
Hmm.
said, I'm only here for business, and you lucky you got the right one today because I would have mopped the floor with you, but I'm not going to do it today. Not today.
And I'm not even gonna say you were wrong. I just don't think it would be worth my energy. That would just be
Right.
something I would just overlook. But I can't say
Right.
you're wrong. I
I
understand your
agree.
point of view.
No,
I
no,
agree.
I wasn't gonna I wasn't gonna make it bigger than what it was because I was like,
Hmm.
she was a white person, and I was in an all predominantly white area, so I knew like if I mop this girl up or do anything crazy, that's the old
Hmm.
me. Cause the old me, I don't do all no talking or nothing. I don't like disrespect. Period. That's one thing I
Right.
don't tolerate. So the old me would have just went off, right? But the new me is like, okay, let me think about this logically, because the old me used to do crazy stuff that found me in compromising situations. So I'm saying, okay, let her know how rude that is, and how in future, if she does it again, she might find that one person that's not me that's gonna
Hmm.
up. You know what I mean? And I just feel like it was just my duty to let her know, like, you don't do that. Like my at the time, he could have held the door open for you, but he held it open for me. So let me walk in and then you walk in. Or let me say, let me give you the opportunity to walk in like, oh, let her walk in first. You know what I mean? But for you to just swoop in like that, that was a big no for me.
It was totally disrespectful, you know, but I just don't feel like it would have warranted my energy, you know, just because of how I am about my energy. I know what it is. So
okay. I want just to say, I don't know who said hey Mika, but hey to you. And then thank you for the support, Bass. And we're just gonna keep it rolling. Another thing, cause I had to like pick my dad's brain because it was a time where a lady dropped something, right? She dropped something, and you know, it's like a drop in the hanky type of thing, or dropping your school books type of thing situation, right? You know, when a woman drops something and a man picks it up, that's your cue. You know what I mean? So, say for instance, a lady drops something. Hold on, y'all. I've been sick. Say a lady drops something and your man is there, and he picks it up and gives it to the woman. Is that an issue for you?
no.
No.
It wouldn't be for me either. I don't see that as a problem because I would pick it up if somebody dropped something. You know what I mean? So, but it was people who was like, "Oh, you ain't supposed to," that was around when he did this.
Yeah.
You ain't
That's
supposed
respect. And,
Right.
you know,
And I'm with a
respect
respectful
is something we
man.
would want to see in a man. You know,
Right. I'm with a
it
respectful
goes to
man,
his
so he's right.
character.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And he cares about people. He respects women, period. So, you know, he does a lot of shit like he running to open the door. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you do not have to do all of that. So, I mean, you get me? Like,
But
it wasn't
you
that
do
damn
have to
deep.
do all of that. Don't not listen. You gotta let a man be a man. He do have to do all of
Right,
that.
but running the same way you run over that motherfucker, like I have experienced that, but I never been with this type of man before either. So I had to learn how to be with such a just a genuine hearted person, you know, and not bring toxic stuff. Oh, he calling right now.
Okay, you can mute your mic and talk to him if you want. Um,
I
Paul,
can if he called me on my phone.
are you on your phone with the live right now?
Yeah, and he calling me.
Yeah,
And
once you
just,
answer
just
it, it'll
go,
automatically take you off, and then once you hang up, it'll bring you right back on.
yeah, go
Hold
holler
on,
at
I'm
your
gonna give
man,
you a
man.
call back. He know I never send him.
Go holler.
Never mind.
To that question you asked earlier, oh damn it, I thought, what was it again? About,
If a
was it holding
woman
the door
out,
open? Oh,
no, if a woman, the first question was if a woman outside your woman
oh,
makes you a
okay.
plate at a function, what you gonna do?
If it's mother, I'm going to, you know, if it's my sister-in-law, I'm going to take the plate. Now, if it's a woman, a random woman I don't know, um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely gonna have to check with the missus to see, you know, where she at, how she feel about this, because I know with the women that I've been with, and even my wife, they're making my plate unless we're at a function where you got to get in line and you know you walk up and you know sometimes I didn't have to get up. I could sit at the table and my plate was brought. But no, I don't think I would allow another woman that I don't know to make me a plate unless it's like at one of those little buffet things where you're at a function, something like
Mm-hmm.
that. Other than that, no, I just wait for mommy to bring me my plate.
Okay, you said to drop the link. I know I done gave you the link already, whoever you are, but you're gonna have to inbox me for that link so I know who you are on Facebook because I'm looking on here and you didn't approve StreamYard for this, so I don't know who you are. So you got to inbox me to drop the link if you want the link.
Uh, so
Um,
so yeah, I don't know, man. I've never really been in a situation where I'm trying to cut the woman that I was with in any kind of weird way. If they did, I didn't catch it. You know what I mean?
You breaking up, brother?
Me?
Yeah, you was breaking.
I always
The
gotta sit outside. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so did you hear anything I said, or do I need to repeat everything?
You say you never been in that type of situation.
Right. What I was saying is, I don't think I've been in there. If it ever happened, I probably didn't realize it.
Mm.
I mean, it might have been something that went by me and didn't pick up on it, but I don't think I've ever been in a situation where, you know, some other woman made me a plate outside of, those that I already know, like me and her, my in-laws. Outside of that, no, I've never been in a situation like that.
Okay.
So, how do I
Now
feel about it? No problem.
I got a question for you. I got a question for you. What if your woman was at a function? She's not the hostess or nothing like that. She's at a function you brought her to. She don't know nobody there, but she makes a plate for another man. How would you feel about that?
Did I get my plate first?
Right. Right.
What if you did? What if you made your own plate first?
Mm-mm.
She shouldn't be making his plate.
Okay, and
So,
if
I
you
mean, if we're
compliment
gonna be making, if we hold on now, if we making plates, then damn it, make mine too. I shouldn't have to make my own. You know what I mean?
Right.
so as long as she
Um,
make your plate first, it's okay for her to make another man plate, even though she's not making no other people plate, just the other man.
well, I mean, I think when I might look at that strangely, but then that's why you might have to really, try to make an observation of the behavior and the interaction from either before or after. You know what I mean? So I mean, I don't think it's something I would instantaneously have an issue with. I might have to watch her behavior, her body language, and all the extra laughing. You look too
But you
goddamn
don't
friendly.
see. You probably don't even see
It
it.
might not come with all of that. The fact that she even thought to make him one internally, her mind thought something. Her actions may not have to
But
come into play.
but that's what I'm saying. By observation, I would have to
No,
observe
I'm
something
saying
for me
she
to
may
feel
not
some kind of
show
way.
anything. She may not show anything. What
No.
I'm saying is
Mhm.
mentally, she looks across the room and thinks in her mind, oh, he's good looking. So she gets up, make a plate, turn around like nothing ever happened. She's not smiling. She's not laughing. She's not giving him no eyes. It's just in her mind that she thought he looked good. So she decided just to go make him a plate and come back and sit down.
And I'm gonna say this, because my camera, I don't know what the fuck going on.
You breaking up,
I got
brother. I want to introduce uh Cinderoni to the because Paul, you breaking up. So you gotta sit in one space where you got good wait a minute. Hold on. Before I introduce Cinderoni, y'all really trying to intellectualize a plate of food. Where do you
A plate of food mean a whole lot here. I want them damn nasty fingers
what
on
are
my
you
shit.
saying,
But
sir?
if all they got from that was a plate of food, that's an airplane because it's really pointing out the respect of man and woman.
Yeah,
I think that
Cinderoni,
airplane flying high.
yeah,
Cinderoni,
that,
what's your
that's an
takeaway?
astronaut. That's a motherfucker on the spaceship.
It's about respect, you know what
It's
I'm
about
saying?
Right.
respect altogether. I
It ain't
remember,
about the food. It ain't about the
yeah,
plate of food. Now,
I
if I go to one of my homegirls' functions, right, or my family functions, right, and I'm they sis, that's my sister. I'm gonna be right there making plates for them to keep shit
Right.
organized. But I'm not gonna make a plate for one person. I might do like
10
Yeah,
plates.
yeah.
To
That's
keep it
helping out
organized.
though. That's being a help, to the program. But
But if I
from
go
the
somewhere and I don't know nobody, I ain't making
Well,
nobody.
Right.
here's what I
It's
want
the
to here's
intentions behind making the plate for the
what,
individual one
but the whole
specific
thing
man.
is
right.
like, okay, we go to a
So
function. Let's say we go to like my family function or something, or your family function or something like that. Well, you say if you don't know nobody. So let's say we go to my family function like that. It's like it's understandable
You want to again,
if
baby?
you go in and make a nigga plate.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Take
saying?
it up.
Like if you go make a plate for your man or your child or somebody you care about, I mean that's a that's a help. I think that it's a plus, right? But I think that people get the concept mixed up because it's
I know I'm
like
about to go back out there.
you can't
well,
trust everybody with your hair, you can't trust everybody with your plate, you can't trust everybody with your drink. You know what I'm saying? So this is definitely an intellectual conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like you want your
Right,
girl to go
right.
make you a plate after y'all just got into a fight, you done cheated on her, whooped her ass, and took her money, her car. You want her to go make you a plate?
No, don't be cheating on her, whipping her ass. I'll mute y'all
I'm
mic
just
so
saying,
you
I'm
talk,
just,
y'all.
I'm just hypothetically
I'm gonna
speaking.
unmute y'all now.
Yeah, that's hypothetically speaking. You know what I'm saying? But like some motherfuckers, you don't want to make your plate. I don't give a damn who it is.
okay,
Nah, yeah,
what can you hear
go
me now?
ahead. Yeah, we can hear
All
you,
right.
Paul, but we just need you to sit still, brother.
Well, I'm saying I got it's bad weather here, and it's interfering with even a good spot in the
Hey,
house, so I had to come outside.
you must be in Pelican Bay.
No, so let me I like to say this. I think any woman I date, when I'm out, I think I pretty much know and understand her character. So I don't think there's anything that would go unnoticed in her behavior that I might not find suspicious. That's why I said I would actually try to watch her behavior while she's doing it or after she's done it, or maybe just give her that look, because I mean, I just really honestly believe once I'm with someone, I have a good understanding, and if I don't, I start developing one. Depending on how long you've been together, you're gonna know what type of person you're dealing with.
Right.
So for me, I mean, I think I'm gonna stand on what I said. I'm just gonna watch and observe how she acting. That's all.
Right. So my stepmom is a special kind. She's a good-hearted person, a full-hearted person, and so wherever she at, she gonna feel at home. She gonna make herself comfortable. She's a Cancer too. God assigned this, so she gonna
Right.
make
It
herself.
sounds like it.
Hey,
So she gonna
Cancer
feel at
ladies in the
home,
house.
and she gonna help. She not just gonna make one person plate. She gonna
Right. She gonna
make
make
some
sure
plates.
everybody is taken care of.
Yeah, she gonna portion it out, and she gonna do that. So that's a little different, regardless if she know everybody. But I've been knowing her my whole life, damn near. So it's not like she don't know nobody. You know what I'm saying? And even when she goes somewhere, she gonna know them by the time she get there, because that's just her personality. Like, you know what I'm saying? People cling to her, so it's a difference on the magnetism and the chemistry that people have. But when you just make an individual, like if it's just one man plate, that's a question.
It
You know what I'm
is.
saying? I can see if you okay. I can see if you said, okay, well, this the family house, and I want to show some hospitality here, and I want to help out, and I'm just gonna start serving, right? Just so the line can move smoothly or whatever, and get people out the way. But then it's one thing when you just focus on one person outside of your man. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of like the question.
But look though, how would you feel if this is the question right here though?
Mhm.
How would you feel if another woman bring your man a plate?
She asked that one.
I would throw the
Yeah, she
plate
asked
in
that
her
already.
face. How violent. I'm like, bitch. No, I'm
Look,
joking. I'm joking a little bit.
but see,
I'm joking a
that's what
little
I'm
bit.
saying. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. See, look, but you just talking about how you help for your auntie was and all that now. But you just said you gonna throw the
No,
motherfucking
not
plate.
now. Not my auntie, my stepmom. She's
Stepmom,
not
yeah.
gonna she's not gonna just be bringing one person to play. If she do, she gonna bring multiple people to play, male or female. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not gonna be just one person. You feel me? But Goddess Honest fell off. I don't know what happened. Let me text it. But no, I'm saying like if a female that I don't know and she brings just my man a plate and I don't see her bringing other people plates, I'm gonna assess the situation. I'm gonna wait. I'll be like, I'm gonna tell my husband. I'll be like, hey babe, hold on, don't eat that yet. You know what I'm saying? I'll be like, don't eat that yet. Let me check this out. Let me see what's going on. Because you never know. First of all, you never know what people gonna put in your food.
That part.
You know what I'm
Or
saying?
your drink.
Right. So you gotta be real. He's talking about let me just show this unlogical. You know what? Mudawa, Mugabe, Mudawa.
Oh, Mugabe done chimed in.
This is my brother though. Don't trip. This is my brother for real, for real. Like I've been knowing him.
Yeah.
If you want to touch that shit, you need to jump on. Huh?
Bring his ass in. I said, bring him in.
Man, I ain't trying to. Me and him don't be on the same page all the time.
Well, let's move along then.
Yeah, like I can bring him in. I'll send him a link in his chat and see if he'll come on if he want to talk. And let's see what he got to say about it. Let me inbox him real quick. But I also want to ask him about this damn name he got now, Mudawa. Cause I know him.
Mudawa, yeah. Yeah, he's in my group and a couple other groups we're in together, man. I love him.
He does Sports Dungeon, so y'all remember to check out the Sports Dungeon on the whole fucking show. Don't forget to subscribe to the whole fucking show. Don't forget to just subscribe to my YouTube channel, Mika Wash. It's called Mika Wash right now. Y'all see my name on the screen. And then you can follow me on all social media platforms as Mika Wash. That's TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. It's always gonna be me. I own the domain to that name. Okay. And so he inboxed me back, so I'll let y'all know what the brother said. But so we're gonna move forward from plate thing. And I wanted to show some things. Wait a minute, let me go back. I have my pages open and they all closed. So I'm just gonna skip past that. Huh?
Nothing. My cat.
Somebody said something? Hold on, let me go to my group, y'all. Because there's some stuff that I shared in the group that I did want to discuss. And we'll come back to the etiquette and relationships once I think about other stuff. I can't think of my group right now. Other questions. Oh, another question. Let me see if the men know the answer to this. Now, okay, we got everybody. Okay, so fellas, when you walking down the street with your woman, what side you supposed to be on?
Near the street.
On the street side.
I'm supposed to be near the street. Can you hear me?
Yeah. On the side of the street.
Can you?
Why though? Why?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Well, from what I was, yes. This talk should and maybe veer off the road, or maybe it's raining and there's a puddle of water. You take on whether that be that dirty water, that puddle, or the possibility of the awareness. Well, first of all, you have to have situational awareness. So you want to be aware of all situations so that you're looking out for anything that may come from the street that could possibly harm her, such as a vehicle or like a puddle of water. You know, if somebody come by and get to the curb and splash, from getting splashed and things of that nature. So she's safer towards the building is what I was taught. Now, whether that's true or there's some just some other tradition behind it, I don't know. I was just always taught that those reasons for getting the curve.
Okay. So now we're gonna move forward and past that because I did want to talk about some current events. And we'll come back to that later. I just want to see what y'all take is on this particular situation. I'm about to share my screen, you guys.
Yeah, it's
Give
probably
it.
etiquette, you know.
Hold on.
It's everything. No, man, it's
Yeah, I was.
not play though. It's like stay on paper. You know, it's
The heterosexual community will say about
It's the heterosexual and the homosexual. It's what,
Let's go to the beginning of this. Okay.
what
but we
makes you
can't be honest.
uncomfortable about what you're saying.
I don't
The
understand.
basis.
For
of
one,
it.
I don't understand it. The minute I go and do that, my heterosexual community turns on me.
Yeah.
Their community is going to turn on me. The minute I say, well, I ain't gay. I don't do that.
So it's more about
They-
what the heterosexual community will say about
It's the
you.
heterosexual and the homosexual
It's
community.
what he represents.
Because at the end of the day, I'm a heterosexual man. I'm openly heterosexual. Is that a problem? If you could be openly homosexual, then why is it a problem that I'm openly heterosexual?
So you don't see that there's a problem. If someone says, okay, I understand how you feel, Jock,
If-
but I'm offended. You made me feel some type of way. I thought that you were an ally for us, but now it turns out that you're not. Like you don't care about us, and we do not matter.
I am an ally for all human life.
Human
period.
rights.
Period. But if someone asks me to come to a gay club, all guy gay club, I have the right to say
but what
no.
I'm more so trying to understand
What
is
you trying to understand? After
what
that,
about it makes you feel uncomfortable.
I'm
You're not finna go
comfortable
to.
with it.
I'm not talking to you, Shawty.
This is what I'm not comfortable with, okay? The minute I go in that space, when I see something that I may not agree with, the minute I see something that makes me uncomfortable, I'm uncomfortable. When I see two guys doing what they do, for me, I'm just being honest. I'm not condemning them. You have never heard me denounce them as less than a human. I have never said that we need to rid the earth of them. I'm not that person.
Okay.
I'm just not comfortable with that. They quote unquote, I'm an ally, and I'm quote unquote because I've had certain hairstyles. People are gonna say, "Oh, I knew it all along," or they're gonna say, "I told you," or they're gonna say, "Yeah, he one of them."
Well,
So
how come no rapper in your heterosexual community has said, "Well, I stand with Jock. I wouldn't do this either."
Hey, maybe they're afraid of
they
the. Maybe they're afraid of it.
understand
Boosie said it.
the
That's
problem.
why the question was
Nobody
asked.
cares about Boosie.
You said no rapper.
I am
Whether
not.
he ratchet
I do
or
not
not, he's
care
a
about
human.
what you
He's
got
a
going
man.
on.
He's a man.
I do
He
not
stands
care.
on what he stands on. At the
Okay,
end of the
well,
day, listen, I have never
somebody that don't
condemned
care
the
about their opinion
LGBTQ community, ladies and gentlemen. Not one time can you Google me condemning. Not one time have you ever seen me being charged with any hate crime or hate speech towards this community. The reason I said LGBTQAI plus is because, believe it or not, I don't know how to properly address some of these people. I'm just learning that there are pronouns and things of that nature to properly address people. We brought Jermaine in here. What's his name? Paris. He wants me to call Perez. He wanted me to sit here and call him a woman. I'm looking at a man, but I agreed to out of being respectful. I said, okay, ma'am. Okay, sis. Now he looking at me like you being funny. I'm not being funny. You're being funny. What if I feel like you're being funny because you trying to force me to call you something that I know you're not? See, the problem is you want to be granted all of these rights to say you are whatever you want to be, choose to be, identify as. But the minute I say I choose to agree that I am a openly heterosexual man in 2023, that's a problem.
I'm muting everybody's mic for that presentation. So I would like everybody to give their feedback on that particular subject. But I'm gonna start with T. Lachey.
My first issue is the interviewer. I felt she was pushing for more than what he had to say. And respectfully so, Jock makes all the sense in the world. Sometimes they do want it both ways, but he has the right to be and say the same thing they're saying. And no one, whether it's a sexual gender or even if it's anywhere else, if the man is uncomfortable, he don't have to be there. That's anybody's right. So I felt like she was pushing for him, number one, to say something he didn't want to say, and number two, looking for something that wasn't there. The man made it very transparent at what he said and what he meant.
Okay.
Well, I feel like he has every right to decline the invitation. He does not have to be an advocate for any particular group. I feel like the interviewer was trying to get down to something a little more deeper because she was asking him, well, why would you be uncomfortable? You know what I'm saying? Which is basically insinuating what he said already. People already be calling him gay. You know what I'm saying? And he don't want to be in those kind of places to further, you know what I'm saying?
Perpetuate that image, right?
You know, what you say, Mika?
Perpetuate that image.
Right.
So I had a talk with my father before I got on this live because I'm like in to pick his brain. He's in his 70s, you know, and he's my main parent, you know. And so my father was like, business is business, you know. He said, when you having a regular show, you don't know who's gay or not in the crowd. So I heard him very loud and clear, like you really don't know who's gonna be in your crowd when you do a regular show. You feel what I'm saying? So I mean, and that's just playing devil's advocate. Paul, you going in
and the man,
huh?
I'm sorry. And the young man also said this. He said he's uncomfortable with seeing men on men, whether it be kissing, hugging, doing what they're doing. He has every right. I'm a woman, and I don't like to see women hugged up and kissing. But again, I don't condemn them either. It is their business. But we don't have to be around it if we don't want to. And I just don't get. He gave the why. That's why he's uncomfortable. So it's not like he didn't answer her question. He said, "I'm uncomfortable."
You know, what do you guys feel about PDA, public display of affection?
I don't like it.
I don't like it. Whether it's
I love it. I love to see people loving on each other.
Well, loving on each other is hugging, kissing, holding hands to me, not the smacking on the tail, you know, pinching on the boobs, rubbing on them. I think they can save that.
Well, that's public display of affection. Did you specify? Was it like somebody damn near having sex in public? That's something else. But
well, I mean, it displays all of it. Public display of affection, because some people call it affection when a husband is tapping his wife on the butt or rubbing her booty. So that's why I said I can understand, you know, people in love or people just in relationships, they want to kiss, hug, hold hands. Me, I'm just saying personally, I don't want to see a man groping a woman in public.
I personally don't like public display of the
There's different levels of it.
Whether it's kissing, hugging, touching, loving, I don't really like it.
Can I say something? When you say public affection, and that's where and since I said it, but if you cover public affection by saying,
you're breaking up real bad, brother. What kind of phone you got? Because I'm gonna have to send you a new phone.
No, it's the apartment I live in. It's the apartment.
Well, you gotta sit in one spot.
I am. I moved closer to the door and I picks up back. Don't know what's going on today. What about now? Is it any better? No?
I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Good, man.
Okay. Okay. When we talk about public affection, that's a blanket statement, so it covers everything. So if it covers everything, then if anyone says they like young sister, basically you, and you said you're for it, that blanket statement covers everything. So if it covers everything, then it's okay for this man and woman to be in a corner grinding on each other, showing affection. It's okay for
I
that man to
agree
still be.
with
Hold on, sis.
this
Hold
and
on. Give me a minute.
husband.
Give me a minute. If what is affection? To what degree of affection needs to be publicly displayed? I think that's the issue. How, the degrees of affection. You yourself said there are levels to it. So I mean, if we're gonna say, well, yeah, it's cool all the way around, then that means that, regardless
Okay,
of
I never
how.
said it was cool all the way around, though. I never said that,
Oh,
sir.
okay,
We didn't.
okay. I
I
will.
said
Okay,
they asked if I agree with it. I said I do agree with it. They don't agree with it. I do. I don't agree with damn near having sex in public when children around, things like that. But just general hugs, kisses, that type of affection. I totally agree with it, and I love it.
right. And I think Tila Shea has mentioned it. There was nothing wrong with maybe a kiss on the
Right.
cheek or holding hands.
Exactly.
What
I
she said
agree with
was
her.
what
Right.
she addressed. What she said was about the slapping and ass grabbing touch stuff, right? So I'm just saying, for me, I'm with you, sis. I agree with all of you that there's levels to it, but when we talk public affection, what exactly are we talking about? Let's unpack this. I don't think we can just say public affection and say it's wrong or it's right. Well, let's unpack it. What exactly are we talking about? To what degree?
I mean, but even if I seen a man smacking or rubbing up his woman's ass in public, I would not. I personally would not mind it.
I mind it just for the simple fact of two important reasons. Number one, I think that there's a level of respect for people out in public. Number two, there are children also out in public. We as parents, yes, we have to do our due diligence already as it is to teach our children certain things. But I took my son to our community pool last year, and there was, oh, not that it matters so much, but there were a mixed couple grinding in the pool. My son was 9 years old. That to me is very disrespectful. When does love overpower respect for the public? Because truly, they're not going to care what anybody thinks about them, and that's fine. But there are children present, and I, as an adult, don't want to see two other adults grinding in public.
I've seen
When it
some
comes to
really
disrespect
bad.
with children, I agree with you. But when it comes to adults, look the other way. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Um,
very true. You make a good
okay.
point there.
I have to say this. I feel like relationships are intimate things, especially when you're in a relationship with a male and female that's sexual and they're very intimate. And a peck here and there is okay. That's fine. I really don't care for that either. But when you're like having public displays of affection where you ready to tear somebody's clothes off, that is very uncomfortable. And it's hard to look away because you're like, look it,
No, but if you're the one that disagree with it, then you should easily look away because you are the one who don't like
it's
seeing stuff like
easy.
that.
It's not easy because it's like it's just not. You
But
try
if
to look,
you look and then you want to look, if you don't
know,
want to see that or you're uncomfortable with that and you don't like that type of public level of public display of affection, then it should be easy to
it's
look
easy. It's
away
one
if
of those
it's something
things
that you
that's
don't like or something that you don't want to see.
it's one of those things that's easier said than done. And I'm just being honest, because like I'll be like, oh wow, what are they doing?
Because I'm looking. I'm not gonna look away. I'm looking.
Try to look away, but then like it's like I don't know if I'm just being nosy or what, but it's
That's
like
what I do. Let's unpack that. If you don't like looking at something, then
let me
you're
finish my
not going to look at it. If you like looking at it, it's something about it that you do like. If it's hard for you to take your attention off of something that you don't like looking at, that's
I don't
different.
like watching fights, but I'll watch a fight. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
you like watching. It's something about what you're watching that you enjoy.
No, so let me get to the point where I was going with the public display of affection. I feel like those times where you want to rub each other bones or whatever the case may be, as sexually, it should be done in private. You know what I'm saying? There's no such thing as privacy anymore. So everybody got everything just hanging all out. And yeah, and so when it comes to children, though, children should learn how to deal with the, their counterparts, right? They should be able to see things like that, so they know how to deal with those things. You know what I'm saying? We're teaching children how to grow up to be adults. At the end of the day,
I don't think from public
I don't
people
think it
in
not being
public.
outside. Like you teach your children, and you
let me
show
let my
them.
pain, let me let my pain sit. So, but I think that should happen inside the home, like love, caring, and
Yes,
intimacy.
ma'am.
That should happen inside the home, where it's not always a nuclear family or whatever, but the love and affection that a child should learn should always happen inside the home. I don't think a person should be at Disneyland or Magic Mountain or at the bus stop or at the liquor store or whatever, just tonguing each other down. Like, why? Why are you doing
Right.
it? Like,
Well, I feel like if I'm out
everything.
and my lover want to display affection and want to kiss me,
But
tongue kiss
why?
me, whatever it is,
Question is, why would you do that where people can see? Because you want
I'm
people.
not because I'm doing what I want to do in the moment in the world that I live in. But like I said, inappropriateness as far as groping and grinding and all of that type of stuff. When children are in the environment, then of course not. That's to me that's disrespecting a child. You understand me? But adults, look away. If I'm in my own bubble, if my man want to show me affection and give me a tongue kiss and want to make out with me, if I'm in a store or wherever I'm at, then I'm gonna indulge because that's just me
Why
in
would
the
you do
way I
that
go.
in a
I'm saying how
store? Like,
comfortable I am.
I don't. I personally, I like if my husband, because my husband is always all over me. I'll be like, stop.
Well, you just not touchy feely from the get go. So
I'm
maybe
touchy
that's why
feely.
it makes you feel so uncomfortable to see other people like that.
No. Don't get me wrong. I am very touchy feely.
Well, you just said that he be all over you and you don't like
In
it.
public, I don't like it.
Oh.
Don't. It's like I
But
go.
see, he wants to express it whenever he feel it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how he feels.
Don't grab my
But you're
ass.
not that
Don't
type
grab
of
my titty.
person.
Don't do none of that in public. I don't like it. I do not like it. I don't like it. Now, what I will let you do, like we can go hand in hand, arm in arm, like arm in arm, or we can hold hands. That's all. That's what I limited to. Don't kiss me. Don't touch me. Don't grope me. Don't pop my ass. Don't do that. I don't care if my ass is jiggling the way you like it. Don't do it until we get home.
I'ma pop it.
Okay. Oh shit. I keep adding you to the
And I'm
stage.
not trying to be controversial or anything like that, but you can just see how much we intertwine with each other in life, but like and we come from different places when it comes to certain shit. And I'm just
It's
Okay,
just
so
to each his
Free
own. I
spirit
think
when it
we all
comes to
know.
next scenario, right? I was on this trip. I'm telling y'all my story. Okay. I was on this trip. We was on call it one of them party buses. We was going to like the winery, whatever. We on a party bus, right? My husband, he fresh off the boat. And so when we go to the winery and it's like everybody on the party bus, he just automatically assumed they're my family. So he don't know no better. You know, I didn't like sit up there. I know this person, I know that person. Really run down. You know who I knew, but like who I mess with, I didn't run the extra that was on the bus, right? So one of my brothers was on the bus. My sister's friend, and so she brought a friend. Okay, so the bus has a bathroom, like a bathroom stall. So the girl, her friend goes to the bathroom, right? My husband, he wasn't my husband at the time, but we was just on it like, well, you know. So we sitting next to the bathroom. So the girl comes out the bathroom, right? Now she's sitting way in front of the bus. Him sitting in the back of the bathroom. So she comes out the bathroom. You would think her first initial reaction is just go back to her seat, right? We driving, we in mid driving. No, she turns around, do something, and her ass is all up in my man's face. Now I'm up on the bus dancing and stuff with my family, right? So I didn't trip. I didn't trip. I said, okay, whatever. But I saw it. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, when we finally made it to the winery, there was like a little hiccup at the first winery we went to. It was like a little hiccup there, and I was helping my brother talk to management because we had so many people and whatever in the time or whatever. So I'm talking to the people, and I tell my husband, you know, chill out. Let me go help my brother. Let me go help my brother or whatever, negotiate. So when I come back, she's all up in his face, right? Didn't say nothing. So then it was a time like he came out the bus or whatnot, and I was like, babe, hold my stuff. Let me go up in the bus because I had like this big ass bottle of tequila, and I was like, let me go get another shot or something. Something happened. I was putting the tequila up or something, and so then when I come outside, she was all up in his face again. That was 2 times she was in his face, and 1 time she showed her ass, right? Didn't trip. So then we got to our final destination to another winery, and so I'm taking pictures, you know, for the memories and stuff, right? And so as I'm taking the pictures, you know, my husband was like, babe, take pictures of me. I took some pictures of him, but then I took some more pictures of the rest of the family and everybody else that was there, you know, because I'm the picture person. I'm the one always taking the pictures, you know. And so then after I'm taking the pictures, I said, babe, go inside and get our chairs while I'm finishing up the pictures, right? To go secure our spot. And when I come back, she right there again. Okay, so let me rewind a little bit. After the second time, I hollered at my brother. I said, "What's up with this girl? Why she keep being in my nigga face?" She was like, "Oh, she like to fuck with Nigerian men who want money." I said, "Well, she barking up the wrong tree because she ain't got no goddamn money." Right? Oh, I'm hearing an echo. So, what would you have done? And I'm gonna tell y'all what I got us on.
You said you talking to me?
Yeah. What would you have done next?
I would have been like, excuse me, like, could you back the fuck up? Like you being a little overly intrusive and violating personal spaces, and this my man, go get you one. Get that shit up out of here. You on mute, Mika.
Lachey, what would you have done?
Pull my man to the side and let him know that I've been aware that I've seen her in his face. And if it happens again, I expect him to straighten it out because he owes me something. She don't. Women are women, and a lot of them will be just that to try to come up on something. And she's not with me, dating me, married to me. He is. He owes me something. So whether he knew it or not, that's why I said I would make him aware. Hey, look, I seen this, I seen that. If it happens again, I'm gonna need you to fix it, or I will. Your choice.
So what I did, I because I knew the ex or whatever, I put her to the side and said, "Get your homegirl, get your girl." I said, "I'm with the shits, but this is my brother because it was my brother and my sister's birthday. So I ain't trying to cause no scene, and I'm not trying to ruin it. But if you don't get your girl, I'm gonna drag her and dog walk her." And I told my husband, I said, why? I talked to him about it. He thought she was my cousin. You know, I understand, Paul. Paul said it's horrible to us. So, even though he thought she might have been my cousin or something, I don't know that woman. She never addressed me, never said hi to me. My husband was like, well, then why is she talking to me? Why is she talking to me? So, it was understood. But now, my next question to you, ladies, let me just get you real quick. My next question to you, ladies, is when women try to get with your men, or let me rephrase this because I want to put it in a certain way. Because how many times have you been in a situation where someone has came for your person? And I'm gonna start with you, Goddess Honest.
Well, in my marriage, it was mutual. Like they came for her, she came for them. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, hell, if you entertaining them, then it is what it is. And within my relationship right now, same difference. It's women that he know like him that he still will communicate with and things like that, even though he don't feel the same way about them. And I feel like it's your life. Do what you want to do. Cross lines, then you know what I'm saying? Then I will address them as they come. But I mean, I just believe in people doing what the hell they want to do. Hell.
I'm sorry. I said I'm gonna mute you real quick, Goddess. I'm sorry. My mic was muted while you were talking, but I muted you so I could ask T. Lachey, okay? Lachey, how do you have you ever experienced somebody disrespecting your significant other?
Yes. And it was more so in the trying to be respectful, nice, nasty kind of way. I would say not even nasty, but the nice, disrespectful kind of way. And my thing for me as a woman, if he couldn't get to her in 1.1 to check her, I was in the same nice, respectable, disrespectful way. But I know women will be women and men will be men as well. But he and I will have that understanding. Either you gonna do it or I will. Bottom line. Because I'm not gonna let nobody do to me what I'm not gonna allow you to do to me.
Right. So now I'm moving on to this is a little sexual, but I've experienced. So I'm always talking about my experiences, and that's the only thing I can go by. I can't talk about nobody else's experience and say this is right or wrong. So I ask these questions and I put myself in it, which could be a gift and a curse. I don't give a fuck. No, I'm just putting myself in it. Okay. So now, say for instance, right? Because it's been a time where I've been on dates, right? Or dated someone, right? For a while. And then they will go down on me, right? And then they be looking at me like it's my turn. Now, what do you do in that situation? And I'm gonna start with Tina Shay.
Well, in that process of him heading down south, let's get an understanding. This is a one-way street. So the choice is now yours. Because not 99.9% of the time, if they going downtown on that first date, second date, they haven't, then yes, they will expect it. So it's out front. Can't hear you, Nika, baby.
I'm sorry. Goddess
I
Honest.
can't hear her.
I'm sorry. Goddess Honest. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, Mika, but I can't hear Tila Shay.
Oh no, she said her answer. I'm sorry. Wait a minute, it's an echo. Goddess Honest. What would you do if a person, like after dating, let's say the third date, and y'all getting into it, and they go down on you, and after they go down on you, they look at you like it's your turn. What you doing?
I decline.
You decline to answer.
Mm-hmm.
What? I need
I
an
don't
answer.
know. I would say that just depends on what I think about her. You know, that's what it would boil down to me. Whether do I like her enough? Is she cute enough? Do I think this is this? It just depends on the woman for me, and I think as a lot of people, it just depends on that person. What you think about that person, whether you're willing to reciprocate and not really care if you see them again. You know what I mean? It's just like, well, you blaze me, I'm gonna blaze you, and if we don't see each other, oh well, no big deal. Because sometimes we get like that, you get that little thing where I just want to get it off, and it don't matter how you get it off, just get it off. It's having fun, and go about your business. Just depends on how you feel about that person.
Okay. So, I got a question. How are you up to? I mean, how do you feel about oral sex? Is something that you do or you don't do, or something that you want or you don't want?
Oh, that's a package deal with me. You getting all of that, mommy.
Huh?
You gonna get it. But I mean, I'm not giving it to everyone off the bat. But we together, what I deem long enough, you gonna get it. And
What's
I
wrong?
expect it. And if you ain't giving it, then I'm not even gonna do it, because that's one of the conversations I want to have. How does the woman feel about oral? If she's one of them, I don't really do it and I don't like, oh well, okay. Move around. Have a good day. I'm not fucking with you. Period. I'm not.
Goddess Honest.
I decline.
You don't want to talk about it?
Well, I already choked. I decline.
So if a person don't do it, you're cool with that?
I'm cool with talking about my personal sex life on this live, or my, opinion about my sex,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I already disclosed that though.
Okay, that's fine. Tila Shay.
We together, I'm with it.
So you're willing to receive and you're willing
We together, I'm with it. Because this is the thing. I kind of grew up with an old school aunt, so to speak. And the one thing she always said to me was this: don't ever lose a man for something you won't do in the bedroom. So if he is my man, it's my choice. If he want to swing from that chandelier, we could do that. Because I feel like you shouldn't have to go where you can't get it. Now, if that ain't enough, for whatever your reason is to cheat, because sex ain't always the reason. But I'm going to keep it simple. That's my answer. It won't be because of something I won't do in the bedroom. He is my man. Then, hey, the game is on.
Okay.
I feel like I want something for him to give it to me if he my man. Why wouldn't you?
Right. So, say for instance, your man wants to perform or on them that they won't return the favor. How do you feel about that?
No go. And that situation was good for the goose, was good for the gander. That's a no go.
Okay. Real quick to go to Paul on this one. Paul?
That's why I thought I said it previously. It's always a conversation beforehand. You know, I don't see how people get themselves in these situations and then be shocked because they didn't have conversations about these things. You should be having a conversation about sex. I mean, it's one, you know, I get it. Someone, oh, yeah, I don't know, you want to talk about sex. It don't have to be off the bat, but eventually the conversation is going to come up. So these things need to be talked about. If a woman or a man is standoffish about giving oral sex, that tell you right there. Why wait and try to act like let's just let it happen and I'm gonna see if he or she gonna do it? No, fuck that. I want to know ahead of time. Do you give oral? If you tell me yeah, not to everybody, cool. That means I might be one of them people that get it. I'll find out eventually, but if you say off the bat, off the rip, you don't, what we talking about? Let's go to dinner for what?
Okay.
Cause see, for me, it's like at the age I'm at now, I'm dating with intent. I'm not dating for fun. I'm dating with intent for now. At the age I'm at now. When I was younger, you know, yeah, it was like whatever. But I always asked, "Do you do?" Because I don't mind reciprocating, but I'm not. It's not going to be a one-way street. In fact, I'm gonna be so candid about it. I learned early in the game, so can't no woman run that shit on me. Give me head. No, I'm gonna find out. You gonna give me head because I got played years ago when I was in my 20s. Too old for that shit now. It's just real fucking simple with me. I'm, you know, that's just.
Right. Okay, I don't know if Goddess Honest want to answer this question. Are you still declining?
Well, it depends on what the question is. I can speak generally, but I'm not gonna speak about my own personal stuff.
Okay, so if a person,
and I agree with Paul about the communication, have these conversations before you involve yourself with somebody.
Okay, I'm muting you just real quick because I'm getting feedback from your mic. I don't know if it's like your volume is up loud or what's going on, but so the question was, if a person wants to receive oral but denies to give it, how do you feel about that?
I just feel like Paul said, I agree with him. Is the mic working better now?
Whenever I talk, I hear myself.
Oh, whenever you talk, you hear. Okay, I agree with Paul. With the conversations need to be had. Questions need to be asked, because then you can decide if you want to carry on or move forward with this person, you know, or okay, you requesting something, you want something from me, but you don't want to return the favor. What is the reasons why? I mean, have you had a bad experience before? Talk about the shit.
Yeah. And let's even take it here, Mika. Suppose there's a situation where you just want to do it. You know, your oral fixation get the best of you, and you don't give a fuck if you see this person again or not. You got an oral fixation. You got a hankering. What's the problem? If that's what you want to do, that's what the fuck you want to do. And I don't knock nobody for it. But for me, where I am now, that's part of the relationship. And you know, sex is not the aim, but it's definitely in the picture.
Right. So I'm somewhat what you call a sapiosexual. And like I don't personally like talking about sex. I like to talk about life, morals, intellectual things. So those things turn me on, especially if I find somebody have like some intellectual things to say or something like that, right? So then I'll show my intimacy from there. But my next question is, and this is all totally like off topic. Do you run red lights or you don't?
Ah, shit. A period ain't never stopped nothing but a sentence.
I got y'all muted. I'm sorry. Goddess Honest.
Well, I believe if you want to have a soul tie with somebody, then go ahead and run them red lights, and when you can't stop thinking about them, and you know they just won't leave your energetic environment, you will understand why. I think that it's up to your discretion if you know on the nasty side or whatever the case may be, or the whatever I love you or I don't know. Some people do it and don't even care about the person that they doing it with. So I just feel like it's on different levels. I feel like it depends.
Okay. T. Lachey. T. Lachey.
Absolutely not. It goes beyond the red light for me. It's character. It's who I am. It's a respect factor for you to even ask or want to. No.
Okay. Let me just get my. When it comes to red light, I be needing a break. Okay, I need a break, and I did allow red lights to be run before, and at that point, that was the worst mistake I ever made in my life because then I never had a break. It didn't matter uh what, it was just like let's get it on. And so if I don't stand up for nothing, then it's just gonna be like let's just pound all the time, pounding, just doing this. I can't do that all the time. So for me, that's my break, that's my cleansing, that's the time that I cleanse my body. That's where I do my detox. That's where I do my grooming, all the stuff I need to do to get prepared for the new month. So for me, it's a no. Plus, I just feel like it's. I mean, women, you know what we go through when we go through that. So I mean, I just.
Mika, but can I add this? I mean, I've had situations where I'm doing with men, baby girl, whatever woman I'm with, at the time, whichever I don't know, whichever one,
Mhm.
and they come on while we doing it. Well, ain't nobody stopping then.
That's
Y'all
different.
keep
That's
come on
different.
now.
That's
Oh
different.
no,
Like if you start in the middle of it, you can't control that. You know what I'm saying? You can't control where you started. You know what I'm saying? And once you start, you gotta finish whatever. I'm saying like, and when I'm on,
Stop
it's like you
now.
can start. It's very light. It's very light. It's not a lot. It's very light. But once that happens and then y'all finish, that's it. Don't try to come back when I'm just like in my heavy, and blood clots and all this other stuff that you don't even want to know about. Okay, I don't fool with that.
Describe the fucking
Huh?
bombing or something. You just described a bombing or something. Blood clots and all that old
No,
snot,
guys that
bubbles and shit.
like in my early years before I found the Most High. In my early years, I had guys. Oh, you gotta close my door, child. My child just walked in. You gotta go. You got to go. I'm talking. You cannot listen to this. I'll talk to you in a minute. You should be asleep anyway. Oh, not yet. It's not your time. Okay. But in my early years, like I've had men that wanted to go down on me during that time. And they call them Red Wings. Do you know about that, Paul?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Have you ever done that?
No.
That
And
was a
if it ever
long.
and if it ever happened, I didn't know. But I, from what I remember, no. Uh-uh. No.
A young man once said really quick back in the mid 90s. He said he would intentionally go down first because he said, if my face can take it, my dick can make
Well, all right.
Wait, Tina Shay, I need you to re-say that. I'm over here blowing my nose and stuff. I've been down, y'all. I've been down. Y'all pray for me to get my health back together.
Shit.
it.
What'd you say, Tina Shay?
I said this guy once told me back in the mid 90s. He said he purposely first because he said if his face can make it, I mean, if his face could take it, his dick could make it.
What does that mean?
Mm-mm. 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 Mm-mm.
Wait, I'm gonna mute you, Paul, because what does that mean, Tina Shay?
I guess what he was saying was if his face could take, like if she smelled or if it tasted some kind of way, I guess if it was safe for his face, he felt it would be safe for his dick. So he said, if my face can make it, my dick can take it.
Oh, okay.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, but then yeah, he doing a taste test.
Okay, so we at the hour and 15-minute mark. I did want to share with y'all some other stuff, but I think I want to save that for the next live. Because I don't want to get too deep into other stuff. Because it was about the DL men and all those type of things, and I don't want to really get into the DL men right now. But
You said the DL man?
yes, I don't want to
Oh,
talk.
DL. I thought. Oh.
But let me just put out my little promotion real quick. So Friday night we will be having a Freaky Friday sexual talk, and this is your precursor to it. We will be having DMG as the host on the Paradigm Shift, which is a bigger platform. If you guys are willing to participate in that, and I will be inviting you guys back on that show. I'm still looking for my rubric for the talking points, but DMG he got his own thing going on too. So I just want to thank all of you guys for coming on and supporting me, and I want to thank all the viewers for supporting me and watching the show. And I just want to get y'all final thoughts on everything. And I'm gonna start with T. Lachey.
Overall, I think for me, yes, it is to each his own, but I also think society plays a part in a lot of this free spirited, free minded stuff when it comes to our bodies. Um, I care more about what I think of me, not somebody else. Who do I want to be? So I'm not with the the red light. I'm not with the public display, with the groping and the grabbing. Like I said, I do believe the kisses are okay, holding hands, hugging, things like that. That's my choice. But I feel for view of everyone that that's something that's safe. I'm not saying tonguing. I'm saying a kiss, hug, holding hands. Um, and as far as Young Jock, I agree with what he said, and I very well understand no one should be in a place that makes them uncomfortable, no matter who, what, or where it is. We all have that right. Um, and women will be women when they're the kind of women, that we talked about with just making your man's plate or walking in front of you when you go in. They don't owe me anything. My man is the one in a relationship with me. It is his job to set her straight. And if he can't, I will. But that's the understanding that we will have. So that's my overall speak on that. I care more about who I am than what other people think about.
Okay. Goddess Honest, final thoughts. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I had you muted. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I believe that everyone is entitled to be exactly who they are, believe what they believe, like what they like, don't like what they don't like, and move in accordance to what's right with them in their soul, and then being honest with themselves, you know. And so, as you can see, it's a wide range and an array of differences between people's experiences or what they want for themselves or what they enjoy, you know. But all in all, we all connected, and so yeah, it's all one, and as long as everybody's focused on the greater good, it's all good.
Paul done came in and went out. Paul, come back here. Can you come back here for your final thoughts, sir, so we can end this live? You know, I want to thank everybody again for coming out, showing out, watching the show. I did want to get Paul final thoughts, but this is technical difficulties. And don't forget to go to either YouTube, Pandora, Apple Music, Spotify for your technical difficulty album. It's an all beat album. It's just beats, and then go to on same platforms for my my new growth album. And I'm Mika Wash. This is Shooting the Shit, and we are out of here. Let me play my music. I'm gonna play my
Show who you are. Good Rick. Is your kid in bid the forbidden? As it was written, you overbidding. With the heathens, karma is a bitch, so how you living? Pray for my enemies, I'm forgiving. Cast the pearls on hog moms and chitlin'. If it's too hot, get your ass out the kitchen. Finger licking good, good looking. Stewing in the stew, I'm cooking. You psyched out, paranoid and shookin'. Shook the table, babes, I'm booking. Get prepared for this ass whooping. Listen to the words being spoken. You were talking, I'm awake and woken. While I'm spitting this, got your spit, got choking. Era up, a glimpse in my world, eyes shut open. Parallel in my mind, I'm chosen. Reverse the time, heart frozen. Antarctica, cold as ice. Casting lots, rolling dice. Mean as nails, I'm nothing like. They persecuted me like they rejected Christ.